And in today's video, I'm actually gonna Ferrari. Yes, I'm going to Ferrari. I'm gonna go right out to the Great Salt Lake because I haven't gone out there since I was a kid, and just want to see how it looks. It's getting really low, so I just wanted to go and check it out before it dries out one day. Probably won't be for a while, but it's not looking good. We're gonna go right out to the Saltair right now with Chris. I don't know, see how it looks. I started the last video in this exact same spot too. The Bear Lake video, I didn't really want to make a video out of it because I didn't really do a lot with it. I decided to just because the fall colors look really cool. Today's really like the only day to ride. Like, it's gonna be rainy all the way this week. It might even snow. So the hills over to the right, that's where I go mountain biking sometimes, and it gives a pretty decent view of the Great Salt Lake. So seeing that made me want to go and check out the Great Salt Lake a lot closer. Passing the airport in a sec. I used to work there. If you can see that smokestack looking thing sticking up in the sky, that thing is about as tall as the Empire State Building. I'm curious if I'll be able to get a closer look at it. I found that super interesting. I would love to go out to the salt flats one day and ride on it, but kind of a far ride out there. Today would not be a good day because of the rain this past weekend. You gotta make sure it's all nice and dry. It's pretty easy to get stuck out there. It would be perfect to see how Joel was asking for a top speed run on that thing, but the reason I don't want to do a top speed run is A, I'm still on the stock suspension. 2, I don't have a steering stabilizer. When I get up to around, I don't know, 130, 125, I start to get the shakes. My bike was not built to go that fast. It's kind of see the lake. GoPro probably doesn't really show it though. Okay, yeah, the smokestack's right there. The old school Saltair though, it was kind of like it was like an old pier amusement park thing, but it burned down. I don't know, it was like 100 years ago-ish. I don't know the exact timeline, but apparently it was pretty cool. That's what you'd go out there, go to the pier, kind of swim in the lake, and there's probably like a Ferris wheel and stuff. I don't remember. I think it was around here somewhere where I swam out there. So Saltair, the actual, I wanted to walk out to the pier. There's the old like posts are still there. There's like this old truck chassis chilling out there that I wanted to go and see too. I'm probably more excited than I should be. That thing is really tall, about as tall as the Empire State Building. I'm all hyped about it. Kind of going along to see if we can get to where the pier was. Cool. Alright, let's go. Okay, so you see all that wood over there? That's from an old roller coaster that blew over in the Saltair too. There are 3 Saltair. One had a roller coaster and it just blew over in the wind, and it's still there. Alright, so we're gonna walk all the way down here, and we're gonna try to get all the way down to the shoreline of the lake. There used to be a little train that would take you all the way to the pier. Oh, look, a bunny. When it was abandoned basically in the 70s, burned down due to arson, they just came out and basically buried it under the sand. If I remember correctly, that's where the train used to go out to go to the pier. I'm pretty sure, at least the Saltair 2. I don't know how close the Saltair 1 was to the Saltair 2. Saltair 3 is over there somewhere. That's where they have all those music concerts and stuff now. I mean, there's more potion stuff over there. It's kind of cool. There's an old abandoned like truck chassis out there. Remember when I was walking over there, you could see like broken plates and stuff. How corroded that is. This tire is. I think tires have like the date they are manufactured on them. That's probably a tag at the bait station. Contains poison. Oh, it's like a mouse trap. So you'll see a lot of dead birds. There's a lot more, I think, probably as you get closer to the shoreline. It's crazy that water used to absolutely cover this. It just keeps receding and receding, and pretty much why Utah hasn't been snowing as much. The snowstorms really depend on the lake. I wonder what that all was, because it's like a wood tube. I mean, right now it doesn't smell at all. Major reason we don't come out here, it freaking stinks. Yeah, when I walk back, we'll walk along kind of the other little pier thing. All right, now that I'm actually walking up to the water, now it smells. Super calm. The heck is there a fish out here? There's no fish in the Great Salt Lake. I'm so confused. My best guess is maybe there are a few rivers that feed into it. It's just where it came from. It just went down the lakes and just ended up here. Too salty and just died. Yeah, someone's shooting over there. And right here you can see one of the old axles from the old trains that used to take people out here. I'm gonna go over there where the truck chassis was. See if I can find any like the old smashed plates. So probably like walking under where it was, and then it's all just buried under here. I'm guessing that old truck was maybe an old maintenance truck that just got stuck and they just couldn't get it out. One right there looks like it had a straight 6. Yeah. You can see some stuff reflecting over there. That's probably where all the plates were and stuff. So Saltair 2 is more like an amusement park kind of pier. One was more of a social fancy kind of thing. They even had a huge bicycle racing thing, but it was like a huge oval just made out of wood, just this racetrack. It was super cool looking at the old photos. Biggest bottom dance floor in the west. Just would have been such a cool place to see. There we go. Old smash plates. Just chilling here since the 70s. Alright, yeah, that's I think pretty much it of exploring the Great Salt Lake. I'm gonna go back to my bike. My GoPro's dead, so I guess that's the end of the video.